15 minutes, you're walking out the door. Just stay for a minute. Come on, it'll be fun, I promise. I hope, anyway. Hey, I'm Benny Wills. If you weren't here yesterday, I'm Benny Wills, and this is my second presentation. It's called Be Undeniable. I have a YouTube channel called Joy Camp, which was, oh, thank you. There's a handful of people who know about Joy Camp. So that's like the horse I ride in on to these conferences. And I want to start off with a video, a premiere that has never before been seen by anybody. And it's in response to all the censorship from the past year, myself included. One of our videos got taken down recently. A video that I filmed here at Anarchapulco called Stand Up to Cancer Causes has been removed from the internet for inappropriate content. So we made a video to give everyone a comprehensive list of all the things you are not allowed to say anymore. And whenever you're ready, let's just play that video. And don't leave! Sound? There's sound for this. Can we pause it and maybe give it that sound? There it is.
I know I need to update my iOS, but I don't have enough storage. This thing is so retarded.
Whoa, sorry to alarm you there, little Johnny, but you can't say that anymore.
What? That my iPhone sucks?
No, complaining is fine. You just can't say the word retarded. Hi, I'm Peter Podesta, the Progressive Professor.
I don't get it, Professor. What's wrong with saying retarded?
I'm glad you asked, little Johnny. The word retarded is highly offensive, and we're trying to create a more tolerant, progressive society that focuses on equality and acceptance rather than hate and bigotry. Take me, for example. I used to be blinded by my own privilege, both as a cisgender male and as a white person.
Whoa, a double whammy.
But then I realized that I was the problem, and I've been carrying that guilt ever since.
Well, geez, Professor. I don't want to seem insensitive. Can you please tell me what I'm not allowed to say anymore?
I sure can, Johnny. Let's start with skin color. Here are just some of the words and phrases you can't say anymore regarding race and ethnicity.
Dark skin, Indian, Indian burn, Indian giver, Native American, Aboriginal, colored, yellow, cracker, gypsy, Alibaba, Ching Chong, Guido, limey, Caucasian, minority, ethnic, exotic, urban, refugee, foreigner, spicy Latina, black sheep, uppity, octoroon, pickaninny, hillbilly, white trash, illegal immigrant, illegal alien, Uncle Tom, as well as phrases like, I'm not a racist, I have several black friends, all lives matter, and Hollywood is run by Jews.
You know, Professor, sometimes I wish I had a vagina instead of a stupid old penis. Am I normal?
Of course you're normal, little Billy, but be careful with the V word. A lot of progressive-minded people are simply referring to it now as the front hole.
I like that.
Here's a list of words you can't say anymore regarding sexuality and gender.
Stewardess, masseuse, waiter, waitress, carpet muncher, circle jerk, trashy, bossy, sweetheart, honey, housewife, chick, stack, girly man, mama's boy, pansy, smear the queer, feminazi, cock, clit, cunt, pussy, fuckboy, and phrases like, you throw like a girl. I believe the most qualified person should get the job. There are only two genders.
Wow, Professor, you are so articulate. Did I say something racist?
No, Timmy, but you did use a microaggression.
What?
Microaggressions are subtle discriminations that can marginalize someone's experience. Telling me I'm articulate is a compliment, but also an insult. Here's a list of just a few of the many microaggressions you can't say anymore.
It was only a joke. Don't take things so seriously. I don't see color. You have such a pretty face. When I said the same thing to other people like you, they didn't mind. You have no reason to be depressed. I never owned slaves. You should smile more.
There are also some things people say that are not only hurtful, but dangerous. Like,
9/11 was an inside job. Vaccines contain harmful ingredients. I have some questions about World War II. No one died at Sandy Hook. Pizzagate is real. Lock her up. I'm proud of my European heritage. The jury is still out on global warming. The earth is flat. I like Donald Trump.
Well, what'll happen if I say some of those words, Professor?
well, Timmy, you could get publicly shamed for using hate speech, or even worse, banned from social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So what did we learn here today, Jimmy?
Sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can break your heart.
They sure can, Jimmy. They sure can.
But I feel like we might have missed a word.
What word is that, Johnny?
I don't know. Something's telling me that we're missing a really bad word.
Well, nothing's coming to mind.
Well, what comes to my mind is the worst word of them all.
Is this on? Am I on? Yeah, you don't want to say any of that stuff. And just for the record, I'm not necessarily a flat earther, or do I support Donald Trump. These are just things that could get you in a lot of trouble these days. So with that in mind, I have some more bad news. No one cares about your selfies. I'm not done. No one gives a shit about your car. Nobody knows how many friend requests you're getting. No one cares if you're an online social media superstar. No one's reading the things you're posting. No reposting of the things you like to post. No one likes the things you're liking. No upvoting or thumbing up for things you boast. Your duck face pose is really kind of awkward. People say you try a little bit too hard. People say you're a tad bit narcissistic. You're egotistic, full of shit, and self-absorbed. It's irrelevant what you ate last night for dinner. It doesn't matter what you wore the night before. It's unimportant how often you've checked in at the gym. No one's clicking what you're linking anymore. Your comments are annoying. Your cat's annoying too. Your shares are disappointing, finger-pointing points of view. You're caught up in the interwebs of the WW net, catering your thoughts into perceiving alt perspectives as a threat. You wear your ignorance so proudly while cheering loud for the establishment, supporting government so devoutly, never doubting, thus allowing your enslavement. Soldiers take the lives of people way out over there. Soldiers take their own lives when they come back over here. The television tells you lies while poison rains down from the skies. There's traps out there misleading, taking freedoms everywhere. But you don't care because you're the king or you're the queen of your computer. Master, slave, pope, and progeny of your phone. You're hopelessly devoted and in love with your abuser while you sit there and you bitch there on a plastic leather throne. So go on, ignore me, block, report, and thwart me. Unfriend me, delete me, extinguish and release me. Flag me, untag me, quiet me and silence me. Attack me, banish me, abandon, ban, and punish me. I don't give a damn what you say about me. I won't give up on you, even when you're done with me. I am ready. We are here to nurture your unveiling. We can let this system disappear and prevent the chaos from prevailing. Your selfies do not matter. You do not need the validation. Power down and close the lid. Embrace your liberation. No one cares about your mentions or your Tumblr or your tweets. No one cares about your subscribers, your following, or your reach. But they will care when you care and you live with true integrity. I'll be there too, to walk with you and stand in solidarity. So relinquish popularity and cultivate prosperity. Sacrifice the status quo for wisdom and for clarity. I know you'll probably post about it. So if and when you do, I wouldn't mind a mention. You know, throw some credit where it's due. Or not. Whatever. That was basically a joke. Just wake up. That's all that matters. The world's in tatters, and we need you to get woke. Thank you. Woo! One more. All right. I haven't done myself any favors this year. This next one's a doozy. So, one of the most inconclusive rabbit holes you can go down is the diet rabbit hole, I've discovered. There seems to be very little we can agree on when it comes to diet. A friend of mine named Liam Sheff used to say that if we're not growing our own food, or at least, or at the very least, knowing where our food is coming from, like knowing a gardener or a farmer, rancher, etc., we are all truckatarians. And that's true, and I like that. So, here's a little story about a friend of mine. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers from his local farmer's market. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked to rejuvenate his gut microbiome. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers that were GMO-free, was the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked also certified organic? Surely yes, but maybe not. Peter Piper stood befuddled and politely begged the farmer's pardon. I must take pause to ponder the profundity of this conundrum. The freckled farmer obliged his pardon, yet in quiet held bemusement. Peter's abrupt and sudden pickle problem provided him amusement. So, Peter Piper pondered the profundity of the potential pesticidal potency of the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. Peter Piper had precisely positioned himself in the pinpointed midpoint of a peck-sized pickle pepper predicament. Could this labeling, or lack thereof, be intentionally misleading? Or was it simply something simple Peter Piper was misreading? Or worst of all, a dirty trick like USDA deceiving? Surely not, but maybe yes. Siri or Google, he blurted aloud, would be crucially useful right about now. So Peter Piper patted down his pleated pants and probed inside his pockets. His phone was absent, but there to greet him, a glob of melted chocolate. Poop! Mother, sex participant, male offspring of a dog. Uncensored versions of the aforementioned to which Peter monologued. What an anus! I'm an anus! The one time I need my phone, it's sitting there on the kitchen chair inside the comforts of my home. Peter Piper's organic panic level peaked and reached a titanic volcanic manic level. He picked up the peck of pickled peppers he'd previously put down, put up his hand as if to pitch them, and smashed them to the ground. The freckled farmer frankly could tolerate no more. He halted Peter's raging to save his peppers from engaging with the farmer's market floor. Listen, pal, my name is Al, and I pickle my peppers myself. Al's probiotics are certified honest and better than anything found on a shelf. I decree to you my guarantee, no pesticides or herbicides, and even though I do declare here that none of it's been modified, even so admittedly, they aren't organic certified. But hear me out before you judge me, before you besmirch and shame my name. Everything you see I grew authentically, organically, but that little label that you covet, I sadly cannot claim. It's hard for an honest, hardworking farmer to afford organic acclaim. No. Peter Piper shook the farmer's hand and took him at his word. His explanation of organic was the best one that he'd heard. So, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers from his new friend, Farmer Al. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked from a market-fresh locale. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers for healthy restoration, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Aiding his gut microbiome's rejuvenation. I'm out of time. That's it. Joy Camp. Yeah, right there. Find me. If you want a sticker, I have stickers I'm selling. Come find me. I'll see you tomorrow.
Come to me.